Hi friends and welcome back to my channel and today's video. So the Swedish sentence of the day is I'm gonna spend some money, which is a Swedish jag kommer spendera pengar. Jag kommer spendera pengar. That is because in my past Will I Buy It videos I haven't been excited about a lot except for the Natasha Denona Bronze palette, which is released tomorrow when you see this, like tomorrow, and I'm gonna buy it from Beautylish. Unless ColourPop comes out with something super big. I'm still kind of waiting on that. So I haven't bought any new makeup in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself. But I am like, oh, now I have a fly. Bye. Anyway, now I'm so excited because I'm gonna buy some makeup. Well, I have some products to talk about that I am excited about and then some products that I'm kind of iffy on. So we have so much to talk about today, so I don't feel like having a long ass intro. One thing I will say, did film this look, I did use my Tammy palette again because I felt like, you know what? I need to give this one more shot. I cannot just say that it's bad and only I've used it once. As you guys know, I'm trying to get through my collection a little bit more and do a little bit more tutorials with the palettes that I haven't done tutorials with in a long time and so on. So this is one of them. Love the look, hate the palette. But if you still want to see my little review, then it's gonna be up sometime next week or so. Or in 5 weeks or something. Anyway, I have some products to talk about from Juvias place. So let's start off talking about an eyeshadow palette. They sneak peeked that they were gonna come out with a coral palette. I didn't talk about it because I was like, oh, okay, Juvias place is coming out with a coral palette. Let's continue to talk about the next makeup release, right? It's just like, why should I talk about it when that's all I know? And then we got to see the palette and I was like, this may be the ugliest palette I've ever seen. I'm so sorry. It's not the ugliest palette I've ever seen, but this is ugly. There's one shade that I think looks interesting, and that is the shimmery orange. I think that looks so cute. It's like soft, it's pretty, but this is not a coral palette to me. If I were you and I wanted a coral palette, I would buy, and still not want like a super expensive palette, I would buy the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette or whatever that palette is called that everyone is using at the moment. They have even gotten me thinking about getting that palette. Yeah, and I don't use that many of those kinds of shades, so I was like, what? This anyway is already available. I don't know the price, but I will look it up. It's 20 doll hairs, okay? So that is not a lot for an eyeshadow palette, but I don't get the coral vibe here. What are you doing? I don't get the coral vibe here, and the top row really confused me. I hate grays. I've said it before. I hate grays. I don't use grays. There's one gray-ish shade that I use, and that is in the Norvina palette, which is volatile, but it's more of that cool tone brown. It's not like a gray, it is just a little gray. I would never buy it as a single, ever, but I do use it because I don't have that many other options in this palette, but still, like, I use it when I feel like it's needed. I'm not that much into silvers, but I would rather use a silver than these gray shimmers. Ugh, these are just yucky to me. But they did also now show the foundation. We have talked about the fact that they are coming out with a concealer and a foundation, right? And now we have the foundation right here. It says that it's a velvet matte foundation and it's $20. Isn't that a lot for a foundation from Juvias? I don't know if it is. I was just like, ooh, $20. That's kind of high, but it does still contain like 30 milliliters. Damn, I'm losing a lot of hair. Dang. It does contain 30 milliliters, so that is good that they didn't put in less product. But you can use codes and so on, so it will knock it down to $18. It's gonna launch on, I think it was on the 20th. Yeah, May 20th. And I hate the I hate the packaging. I hate it. This looks like my sunscreen. I haven't opened my sunscreen yet, but this is my sunscreen. Like, it looks like this. The thing is that, yes, it's nice because you can squeeze everything out so you can get all of the last product out of it, but it's butt ugly. It's butt ugly. Does that matter when it comes to a foundation? No, not necessarily, but I have to be honest and say that I'm not as excited about purchasing it now than I was before. So I'm not even sure if I'm going to purchase it, especially with it having a velvet matte finish. And also, I don't use foundations anymore in my everyday life. I only use it when I film. Yes, but they will also launch concealers, and we haven't seen like the packaging yet, but it does retail for $14, and I'm so excited to see how much that contains, because you guys know I've been going loco over how much product like powders and concealers contain. I've been like, always when something new is coming out, I'm like, how much do you contain? 3 grams? Lay a Jeffree Star? Like, no way. You're cancelled. No, but you know what I mean. I really am excited to see how much or how little that contains. It does come in 42 shades. I'm talking about the foundation, which is really, really good. I do believe that it's gonna go from darkest to lightest, which is a good mix, or a good change it's called. And yeah, the concealer is gonna be 24 concealers, which is also really nice. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna purchase it. I did not read the text last night. I was just kind of scrolling through and seeing a little bit what I was going to talk about, but now reading the text, it says that's not all. They're also coming out with 5 loose setting powders. Maybe it was a good thing that I didn't spend any money, but the thing is that, do I really want to purchase from Juvias and pay all of that shipping and taxes for a foundation, concealer, and powder? Maybe I'll only get the concealer and powder. Maybe I'll wait. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It depends. I'm so excited to see how much the powder and concealer contains. Now that I'm filming this, I am filming this on a Tuesday. So if I do know more, then I'll pop up some things on the screen. But we need to get moving because we have been talking for a very long time. So please don't keep me occupied, okay? Let me talk about something that I did not expect. I saw that Morphe had released a new eyeshadow palette. It's a 39 eyeshadow palette, and this is what it looks like. Like, come on, this is beautiful. This is so freaking stunning. It's out of this world. Yes, it's gorge, it's gorge, it's gorge, it's gorge. However, I'm not gonna purchase it. I know, calm down, calm down. The thing is that I thought that these palettes were so expensive, like the Jaclyn Hill palette and so on was expensive because it was Jaclyn Hill. I think that that was around $39, and then the James Charles palette, I know you're not allowed to talk about him. I'm not even gonna address the drama because I'm just done. I don't care. Dang, my hair is just like coming off. That one was like also $39. This is $35. I wish that they would have curated this palette and removed some of the shades, because we don't need all of these shades. There's so many shades that I see are repeats and that are so similar that we just don't need. If this was a smaller palette, maybe I would have gone ahead and purchased it, but the thing is that I've been shopping my stash. I know. I wanted the Dose of Colors Blushing Berries palette, so I made my own with my singles. I wanted to purchase 2 liquid lipsticks from Fenty. Realized one of them I have on my lips today, but this is from ColourPop. It's Be Okay. I realized that I had the dupes in my collection after researching to see if I had the dupes. So I know that I can dupe all of these. And I'm not gonna spend $35 on a Morphe palette that I'm never gonna use. I thought that I would reach for my 39A palette, and I never do. It's too big, it's too bulky. No ma'am, let's calm down. Let's talk about something that I haven't talked about in a very, very long time. So I have not been talking about Kylie Cosmetics for a very long time because I've been feeling like her brand has never really interested me, because I feel like, I don't know, it's just like, no, we don't vibe. We're not like best friends. But now I really wanted to talk about her because she's coming out with skincare. And I don't get this, like, she's 12. She doesn't have wrinkles, and if she gets wrinkles, she can do Botox. The girl is obviously not scared of needles. So I'm like, okay. And I think that the packaging on this are butt ugly. I think they look so cheap. These look like you go into some random store, like dollar store or Dollar Tree, I think you have, or something. You go in and you're like, what is this? Like, okay, 100% alcohol. Yeah, I'm gonna slap that on my face. I don't know, maybe I'm judgmental, but no. So this is Kylie Skin. So this is her skincare brand. Oh my god, she already has 1 million on her Instagram page. Yeah, I just, I don't trust this brand. So I am gonna keep my money and I'm gonna give it to someone that might know a bit more about skincare. Yeah. Last week we talked about Nabla and the fact that they were coming out with a new eyeshadow palette. I think it's called CRED Palette. Why did I feel like it was called Secret Garden? I don't know. But I said that I think that it's a green and red palette. Now looking at it, I'm like, oh no. That's my first thing. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, and then I was like, no. The shades that I think are gorgeous are Play Hard, Rosemary, Big Experience, Giluetta, and then Addiction. And if you remove those 5, you have a neutral palette. You don't have that much, like, I don't get it. Like Nabla always does this, that they do so many neutrals that no, I'm not gonna purchase it. I did actually, where is it? Here. I've started to take up my makeup the day before because I get up earlier than my boyfriend. So I take 2 palettes and then I'm gonna use them. So now I've actually forced myself to use the Nabla palette a couple of times. I'll say this, it's good. It's like the blues are trash, they're trash. Some of the darker shades like this are still very, very patchy. But the neutrals, they're fine. There's nothing wrong with them. They're fine. But I'm not gonna get this freaking palette because I know that there will be something wrong with it. But then also, like, it's too neutral. And I have these shades and you have these shades probably. This will, however, be available on May 22nd. And also, like, look at these swatches. I'm amazed at Nabla because they keep releasing these swatches and they keep intriguing me, but I need to remember that they are photoshopped. These are as photoshopped as Photoshop can be. They are not real. They are so photoshopped that it's no. So Nabla is not getting my money on this release. Ooh, last week we talked about Max Up Le Makeup. I still haven't fixed my affiliate link. If Max is watching this, I'm so sorry, I'm so slow, but I'm super busy and every time it just slips my mind. And it's not a priority either. Like, use Amy's code. Use Amy's code instead. Anyway, he revealed his palette and this is what it looks like. So when I saw this, I was like, yeah, it's cute. It's a cute palette, but I wouldn't purchase it. I'll be honest, I wouldn't purchase it if I would go ahead and buy a new eyeshadow palette, I wouldn't purchase it. But then I saw the swatches that they put up and this is the swatches and I feel like they look so much more vibrant, and he also says that he has changed their shimmer formula, which is, okay, I'm not gonna sit here and say too much because I've used the palette once. I still haven't gotten to that palette. I will, I promise you I will. It's just life. I have to say that I think that this color scheme is way better than I thought. One thing I don't see how the shades compare to the palette, because if you look at the shade like Coast, that looks black, right? But that is like a deep blue. And then you have some of the other shades that looks like reds, browns, and then a bit pink. But swatching it, they look bright orange, a bright red, and then a bright fuchsia pink. The pictures that he has put up doesn't make it justice. But however, it is super cute. The palette will be, fuck my life. The palette has already launched, so you can go ahead and purchase it. A few weeks ago, I talked about the fact that ABH was going to come out with some body oil or body, yeah, shimmering body oil, you know? And I was like, no. Make your own. Make your own. I'm not gonna purchase from you like $40, $50, $60, $129. Like, no. No ma'am. But they're not only releasing a body oil, they're also releasing pigments. And they look like highlights. They look like one of my like highlighter palettes, the Nicole Guerrero highlighter palette or something. Use that. You don't need this. I promise you, you don't need this. They're also releasing like a little mini liquid lipstick set. Not liquid lipstick, plain old regular bullet lipstick. Regular is such a hard word. Regular. It's gonna launch on May 21st and it's only gonna launch on their own website. And then it's gonna come to other retailers. We also have 2 new VCR palettes to talk about. And these, I mean, they're cute, but I feel like we have these shades. By the way, VCR has started selling singles. Just wanted to throw that in there. But they are $39 each. They have to be tiny because that is not a bad price.
How little do you get?
Okay, I don't know how little you get. I would check that before purchasing because I don't think it's a normal eyeshadow pan size. But that wasn't a bad price. I would totally get the pink palette if something, but I think that there's too many light shades for me, so I wouldn't get it. But maybe you want to. I have to be honest, there's so many things. When I sat down, I was like, oh my God, I have so many things to talk about. And now that I've started going through some of the most things, I was like, why did you think that you were going to spend a lot of money? Because I know that I'm gonna purchase the Natasha Denona palette from Beautylish. And then I'm hoping that tomorrow, when it's Wednesday, so yesterday for you guys, that ColourPop released something that I can purchase for their birthday month, and then maybe Juvia's place. I don't know. I haven't talked about Kim Kardashian in a while, and she is now coming out with a new palette. You know what? I'm not even gonna talk about it. I'm just gonna pop up a little picture. I'm not gonna link her down below, but just pop up a little picture on what it looks like. We on this channel, we don't vibe with that, so we're just gonna ignore it and move on. The last thing I'm gonna talk about is that Too Faced is now coming out with some new blushes from their Tutti Frutti collection. So this is what they look like. They look so plain. They really do. They look so... I have one of them. I have them in my makeup bag right there. I like it. I think it's cute, but they just upped the price on Too Faced in Sweden and I'm like, I'm not paying that. No. And also this is not gonna be in Sweden for like a year. This is smart because the first collection that they released was a little bit brighter, a little bit bolder, and I feel like not everyone likes that. I like that, but this is, I think, what's gonna sell a bit better. So yeah, they are $30 each and they will be released sometime coming soon. That's it. Bye. No, but if you like this video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, then please thumbs the video down. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see me a little bit more, to see Sigge a little bit more. Sigge, ska du komma? Kom här. Oh, so slow. Because who doesn't want to see a bit more of this little guy? Anyway, we're gonna go out and pee. I'm not gonna pee outside, but Sigge is. Oh. So I'll see you guys tomorrow with a full face of reviews, I think. So I'll see you then. Bye-ly-bye. Bye-ly-bye.